And hi again, I'm Dylan Black. Welcome to our Valentine's Day themed show. How much fun is this? You're going to get some amazing tips, I guarantee, and you're going to feel the love at the same time. Joining us right now, we have the mom in the know to kick off this program, Julie Findlay.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Because you're going to be here for a couple of segments.
Well, you know what? I'm always excited. I'd love to just stay here the whole show because I, like you, love Valentine's Day. I love the sweet. I like the savory. I like the food. Yeah. I love when everyone gets together. And it's super fun and
Is
happy.
it big in your household, Valentine's Day?
It is. Yeah. It is. And even if they're like, one's just about to head to high school, one's in, junior high, and they're like, oh, we don't do that anymore, but they're still signing cards, or they're doing little chocolates, or they're being simple. Yeah, exactly. But it's also, this year it's great because it's Family Day weekend, so you actually get an extra day with your family.
And it lands on a Friday.
I know.
It's exciting.
I know it is exciting. I think maybe I'm more excited than I should be.
Yeah.
But I thought, you know what, kids love pizza. So Foodland Ontario had two fun ideas this year. Not only did they have regular pizza you can look on site using anything that's in season, they have a chicken pot pie pizza and an apple cheesecake pizza.
Ooh.
But we should always eat dinner before we eat dessert. So I'm going to start off with the chicken pot pie pizza. Okay. So it's a little bit of a lot because you were saying there's a lot of stuff here, but it's actually all really good and colorful. Lots. Yes, so I've already started sauteing red onion, 1 cup. And a cup, of carrots. And that went for about 6 minutes just to soften it up. Okay. And then I'm adding a 1.5 cups of button mushrooms. So button mushrooms are literally, if you put two of them together, they just make the cutest little button.
In season,
yes,
of course.
And they are in season, and there are many mushrooms in season, so take advantage of that. While I'm stirring this and sauteing it, I do want to make a sauce, so I have
Am I helping you out here at all?
I'm going to make you help you out.
Good.
I'm going to make you help me out.
I get that. Sure.
2 tablespoons of flour, and I've got a cup of chicken stock. If you can just whisk that together for me,
You didn't hand me the piggy whisk.
Oh, you can use
the piggy whisk?
You can use any whisk you want. You just got to love being in the kitchen. So whatever it takes, you get the kids in the kitchen.
The kids.
It works perfectly. So once you get that done, you're just going to pour that in here, and it's just going to thicken a little bit because, like any chicken pot pie, it does have a little bit of thickening in with it. What I've already prepped ahead is a cup of chicken. Okay. You can do breast of chicken, or if you're super running behind, go ahead, pour it in. You can buy an already made chicken and then just take the chicken off and shred it across. So we're going to do this.
Before you tell us a bit more, though, I mean, why is it so important to, why do people love getting food that's made by somebody, especially Valentine's?
Well, I think it's just you put the effort into it, and even if it's good or bad, somebody went out of their way to go get the ingredients.
I think that's what it is, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So this whole thing could turn out horrifically, but it's not going to because it's your recipe.
You know what? I tried to make it look like a heart, and that might have been
It does look like a heart.
Okay, thanks. I might have had to suggest that. Yeah. Okay, so I've got this thickening up a little bit. It takes about 1 or 2 minutes, but even if you get kids just stirring this, they start to realize a little bit of science behind it. You add a little bit of flour to any type of liquid. It is a thickener, so they can measure out. I'm going to just I've got a 1/2 cup here, so I'm just going to add a 1/4 cup
of cheese,
of old cheddar, and then a 1/4 cup of mozzarella.
And that
of course,
that's also a thickener, wouldn't you say?
Yes, it is.
Thickens things up.
Yes, it does thicken things up. Then I'm going to add chili peppers. If you guys are a spicy family, the more chili powder, the better. Yeah. I've got a teaspoon of thyme, and I've got some lovely frozen peas.
I'm going to guess that those are in season, Julie.
You know what? The frozen peas are always in season.
Because they're frozen.
Because they're frozen. Yeah. And the other thing you could do is, this is something people can start doing. If you grow peas, or if you get peas from the market in the summer, there's so many great tips on Foodland Ontario on how to get that frozen in your freezer for all winter long. So already thickening up. So I'm going to remove that from the heat, put it in the fridge for 15 minutes, and this is what I end up with.
Oh my goodness.
So it's already a sauce.
You can see how thick it is.
I have an already prepared pizza crust, but on Foodland Ontario shows you exactly how to do a pizza crust. I just don't really have time to do pizza crust.
See, that looks like a heart, though.
Yeah, I cut it a little bit. Yeah, I'd probably blame that on the kids that it didn't work out so well. But
blaming it on the kids always works.
Yeah, they're good that way. Yeah. Well, they helped me with the next one. You're going to love the next recipe too.
Coming up at the end of the show.
Yes, absolutely. So I have this. I've turned my oven on to 500. This is only going to take about 8 to 10 minutes, or until the crust browns. I've got this. I'm going to add the rest of the cheese. And I'm going to put both the cheese on there. I'm going to add the peas that are in the mixture, and then I'm just going to sprinkle on the chicken.
Put that chicken on there. Wow.
Yeah, it's so good. And so there you go. That's going to go in the oven and beautifully done.
About how long
like
would that stay in the oven?
For about 8 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, so
until
not long
it gets
at all
crisp.
because everything's pretty much cooked in advance, right?
Yeah,
so,
exactly. And
okay.
it's super easy to do. I'm going to cut this for you. Do you have some more time?
Do we have all? If you're asking because can we eat this on TV? Yes, we
You
have
can
time.
eat this, and of course, get a fun roller. You could chop it many ways. You have a bite. Tell me what you think of that.
Okay, so this is chicken pot pie pizza. And while I'm eating it, I need to ask you so you can speak while I do this.
Okay.
How popular is a dish like this at Valentine's?
You know what? It's so fun because it is a traditional dish that is delicious, but it's just an open face. It's got lots of color. Everyone's open to trying it. It's easy to eat. See just a little drop there. I've got this for you. And then if you do want to spice things up a little bit more, you can add flowers to your table. I've got some lovely carnations. I've got red ones. Or what's even more fun with the kids, get white ones. Get a jar right here. Add some food coloring. It's a science project in itself. So maybe your mom or dad's favorite color is blue or whatever color it is. You can mix colors. That's science in itself. Science in the kitchen. Put those in, and in the morning, those will all be a beautiful tinted blue.
Oh, that is beautiful for
And
sure.
do I have time for one more tip?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
Molds. If you have molds, heart molds, you could do muffins, you could do chocolates, you can even take leftover crayons, melt them, and you could do heart crayons.
That's
so
incredible.
some fun ideas of how to get the kids involved in Valentine's if they're not already.
That is wonderful. And as mentioned, you're going to be back at the end of the show, and we're going to be making apple cheesecake pizza.
Absolutely.
Wow,
Thank you.
Tasty stuff. Julie Findlay. More to come on Daytime Ottawa. All right, she returns for something amazing. Julie Findlay is here, the mom in the know, foodlandontario.ca. Is it chicken pot pie? No, that's what we did, chicken pot pie pizza to kick off this.
Pizza.
I'm still enjoying, the aftertaste is amazing. Apple cheesecake pizza is what we're doing now. So we're talking about dessert.
We're just doing a pizza theme, and now we're on the dessert part of it. And there's a couple of elements to it, but we need to embrace that we have apples in season.
Yes.
And everyone, if you haven't noticed, if you're looking at labels, we do have greenhouse strawberries in season.
Really?
So if all else fails and you don't have time to do this quick and easy recipe, not guilting anyone, you just go and get some local strawberries, melt some chocolate, and you've got yourself a dessert.
And it's beautiful to know that these are in season because you think they may not be because it's winter.
I know,
so that's great. I associate
and we
them
have
with
been having
summer.
a nice enough winter, but you're right, things don't grow in frozen ground.
No.
So there are 2 stages to this, or 3 stages to this. First is the dough. So I've already got butter in there. I've got 2.5 cups of flour. I've got some sugar, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of flour.
Okay.
So I'm going to have you just do this a little bit and get the butter mixed in. While you're doing that, I've already made the filling because I knew it would take a little bit long. And what it is cream cheese, sour cream, and a little bit of vanilla and a little bit of sugar. And it's been whipped together.
Okay.
So once you do this, we won't do it too much because I don't want you to get dirty. This is a beautiful jacket.
Well, thank you.
After you get all the butter mixed in, I'm going to add a cup of milk. You're just going to mix that together for a tiny bit. And you can leave that little scooper in there, but what the milk is doing is binding it all together. Find yourself a floured surface. I guess not find one. Create a floured surface by putting some flour. Get a rolling dough. But kids love playing with dough, whether it's Play-Doh, real dough, or not. See, you're looking like you're having fun too.
This is this is adequate, I guess.
And of course, you could take 2 knives and do the same things, but having a little dough cutter is great. And you're going to create your crust. So like I said, I've got cream cheese in here, sour cream, a little bit of sugar, and I have whipped it together with 1 egg and a bit of vanilla. But again, on Foodland Ontario, super easy. I've done the dough, and I'm just going to drizzle that on top because this is a cheesecake part. Do you like cheesecake?
I do, yes.
And it's really easy to make. And there's only a little bit of sugar in it.
Yeah,
I mean, you're
just a
supposed
little
to
bit,
have
Julie?
sweetness. I know.
That's
But
okay.
then, of course, with the sweetness, we'll get that all over. Another easy way to do it is just to give it a little bit of a shake. And I have 4 cups of apples. So there's Empire apples, Cortland apples. There's so many different varieties of apples. They're all in the store. Of course, you'll see the little logo, Foodland. You'll know that it's local.
Of course.
And a little bit of sugar added to that and cinnamon. Once you add cinnamon sugar and you put this in the oven, it smells delightful. So you're going to have your oven on at 350, and you are just going to sprinkle this on top and not throw it on the ground.
That's what I would have done, for sure.
And you know what? That's okay too, because we were saying it's just fun to get in the kitchen and create some things. The last part of this, there we go, sorry. Last part of this is the streusel, which is kind of fun. You've got a cup and, 3 tablespoons of flour, a little bit of butter, tablespoon and a half, a little bit of sugar, and you're just going to squish this together until it blends.
Now this would be going on the top?
On top as a little streusel. So that is our finished product there. And we're just going to add in a 1/3 cup of pecans. Of course, you could choose other nuts if you like to, but pecans are nice when they're a bit candied by the butter and the sugar. And you're just going to sprinkle that on top. You're just going to put your little pizza, as you guys have noticed again, I have put it on a pizza pan. You're going to put that in the oven for 35 minutes at 350, and you're going to have a delicious slice of pizza.
That's what it looks like right in the end.
Yes. So look at that. Nice slice of
We only have a minute left here, though, and I know you wanted to show me something quickly.
You know what? I did want to show just little things from the kids.
I'm going to take a bite here.
I think you take a bite of that. I just want to show this lovely card. I keep moving things around, but this is fingerprints of your kids. You're going to take a little bit of paint. I know. Here's a little cloth for you. You're enjoying that.
What am I doing next, Julie?
No, I'm going to do it for you. You take your fingerprint both ways, and you've created a heart.
Oh my goodness, that's
everywhere,
easy. I never
just
thought of
like
that.
So everyone at home, if you're running out of time, last thing at least, just have your little kids' fingerprints and make a little flowers there.
Look how cute that is, and I never even thought to do that after all these years of arts and crafts and everything.
I know.
Julie Findlay, we are out of time.
Thank you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to you.
Thank you so much for all these pizza-inspired recipes.
Thank you.
Wonderful. And thank you for being here as well. My name is Dylan Black. Have a good day.